The next part of the journey was to follow up after healing for about a month with chemo. I was prepared at the time to lose. They said you may lose all of your hair, or you might not lose but some of your hair. I didn't lose all of my hair. It thinned a lot, about 50% actually. And with my hair as short as it is, I was one of the blessed ones. Wasn't that noticeable. So for about 4 months, I was under the oncologist care of going in for infusions and taking medication throughout the week. And so it was 2 different medications. I handled the medication really well, even though with oxyplatin, I believe it was the one that one of the side effects is, I think it caused cold hands and feet. And you actually have to wear gloves to get anything out of the refrigerator or hold something cool, because it feels like little needles sticking in your hands when you touch something cold. And I want to tell you, it's immediate that happens. So, I had that journey. The way that the cancer chemo was, one kind of builds on top of the next. So the first time the reactions were, one level. The next infusion was a little more, took a little longer to get over. The third, a little more. But in between the third and the fourth infusion that I had, we had planned a 50th anniversary cruise with our kids. And so I was pretty determined girl and talked to my oncologist into letting me go and do that. And she said, just go and do what you do. And so I did. I didn't tell her all that I was going to do or had in my mind I was going to do, but I will tell you one thing I did do that was really pushing the limit was I had in my heart set on doing a zip line. Well, I'm just that kind of girl, okay? So didn't matter. I was on chemo treatment and had a PICC line that I had keep bandaged up, or any of that just really didn't matter because I was going to do that zip line. Well, the problem with the zip line in a foreign country is that the way they did this one, you have to climb like 2 flights of steps up to get to a rope enclosed upward ladder, like a rope ladder. And when you step in it kind of closes in. You got to actually pull yourself up. Well, I made it about halfway and I was pretty much spent. So God bless my dear husband. He was behind me, and so he literally pushed me up through and I had to go up and onward because there was no turning back. There were people behind me and there was no way to get out. So he pushed me forward, got up to the top. Then the easy part, I'll guarantee you, was just holding on to that little zip line and zipping through. So that was mission accomplished, but I was pretty much spent when that was over. But what a joy, and I just love to tell it because that was just one of those things I had to do. I managed to get through all of that, and like I said, I did handle the treatments really well, and so blessed in that. And I, again, count that as a blessing from the Lord that I was able to tolerate it. So after that, just the wind up, where are we now? Well, we actually, within some months later, I got a clear PET scan, praise the Lord, and my husband was able to go ahead and retire. We relocated. I had to change all the doctors, but, we felt like that was God's plan for us. And then what did I do? I thought, Now what am I going to do? I'm a girl. I've got to have a plan and a purpose. Well, a surprise plan came through training to be a Christian image consultant with a lady that had been at our church. And I knew I loved fashion, doing all that kind of stuff. And so anything that can help me to prepare and help somebody else, especially a woman, I want to do. So I trained to be an image consultant, and I serve as a part of, through Style by Color, Sherry Brandell, as an image consultant for her and part of her style squad. It is a big blessing, just a wonderful thing. So many women that I'm able to talk with either virtually or in person and help them be confident in how they dress, how they can learn how to let whatever the inside beauty that Christ has given us to be expressed on the outside. So that's a fun blessing that I certainly did not anticipate in this journey. Just one of those little perks. So how do I live now? Y'all, just like anybody pretty much that's walked through cancer, we live daily as God has allowed us. We live unto Him for His purpose, whatever that is. And you know what? Sometimes that's being a style coach. Sometimes that's speaking to a large group. Some that's talking to just somebody one-on-one at the restaurant. It doesn't matter. We're here to serve the Lord wherever He leads us and wherever He puts us. And that is a fun trip. I love you all, and I have loved sharing my journey. Hope you'll follow up with me in the days to come, and we'll see what God's up to next. Love you all. Thanks again. Bye-bye.